Hey y'all, hi. I'm so excited for this video. Today I'm going to share 5 creative tips that you can use to rethink and re-energize the way that you dress. I am really passionate about helping people figure out how to be more satisfied with their clothes and with their own personal style, and that's what this is. I'll link my book down below. I hope you'll subscribe. I get inspired in the fall, so I have a lot of good content coming down the pipe. I hope you'll stick around, and let's get right into the meat of the video. Okay, first up, I want you to think about the background and the foreground to what you're wearing when you put together an outfit. So conceptually, we're thinking about the idea of stars against a night sky, statement pieces against a more neutral and natural baseline, almost like layers of a painting, composition that has a downstage and an upstage in space. So what does this look like in practice? I mean, for some of you, it'll click right away, just thinking about it, just based on what I said, but let's get more specific. One way to come at this is this. If you want to wear a specific item, like if there's a garment or an accessory and you're like, that's what I want to wear today, consider whether that garment or item is in the foreground or the background of your look. Is it setting the stage? Is it just something that almost becomes part of your body and then there are other things that are more featured on top of it? Or is it visually and kind of physically, logistically the star? It's the star. Figure out which role your key piece occupies and then adjust around it. So if it's the star, make sure that you're not upstaging it with the other things that you wear. If it's more organic to you, part of the body, part of the backdrop, wear other things that kind of contribute to the project of that backdrop, and then think about what it is you are going to feature on top of that backdrop. If on any given day, or maybe every given day, your outfit, you put on your clothes and your outfit's feeling kind of blah, it could be a case of all background and no foreground. In which case you need a statement, right? You'll need to add something, feature something against the backdrop that you have created. So switch out your shoes for something splashier, carry a slightly more formal bag, something contrasty. If you put together an outfit and it's feeling chaotic, or if you habitually end up feeling a little bit chaotic and you're not sure where it got out of hand, maybe it's all foreground and no background. And in that case, lay a little bit of groundwork, Start with some baseline pieces that feel a little bit more, again, part of the body, a little bit more like they grew on you before you start with the splashiness and the chaos, which can also be really effective. So this is kind of another way of thinking about balancing an outfit and reshuffling and kind of reusing the clothes that you already wear, because a lot of pieces can be either in the foreground or in the background, depending on what else you put them with. And sometimes when there is a lot of noise, a lot of chaos and print mixing, pieces that would otherwise feel statement become background, like they calm down in the presence of other noisy garments and pieces. And when you have that slider bar, like being able to take the things that you wear and slide them either to the foreground or to the background of your outfit, depending on the composition, it's like it opens up the 4th dimension in the wardrobe that you already have. One of my favorite kind of close to the skin background components to my outfits this year has been an organic feeling diamond ear stack. And that is largely because I've been working with this brand Idyl for a couple of sponsored videos, including this one. So I've gotten to see some of these pieces in person and play around with making my own combinations. And I have fallen ridiculously in love with the aesthetic and like the sturdy luxuriousness of this jewelry. The balance between edginess and elegance is spot on. That's the thing that really gets me. And because it's all modular, I've been able to really tailor it to myself. I generally prefer something kind of modern and effortless. So I'm usually happiest in an asymmetric, close to the lobes kind of situation. So as I was discussing in tip number 1, I'm usually using my Idyl jewelry to lay the groundwork for my outfit. It's part of the background, it's part of the body. But Idyl also carries some spectacular add-on pieces that can transform a diamond stud or a laid-back ear party into a dazzling statement or into a polished minimalist look for a formal occasion, like a holiday party. These right here, these two dangling down, are the Paris add-ons from Idyl. So far, I've been wearing them asymmetrically to keep it more laid back, but I can't wait to put them on the next time I have like a fancy dinner. And for that, I will probably simplify and take out all or most of the rest of my earrings and, like slick my hair back and put one Paris earring in each ear so that they can shine in the foreground of my outfit. What else I love about Idyl, the settings are all 14 karat gold, so they never irritate my ears, and I can wear them in the shower, swimming, sleeping without any damage or tarnishing. They select the top 1% of lab-grown diamonds, and I think that everybody kind of knows this by now, but lab-grown diamonds are compositionally the same as natural diamonds. The material is the same, they're just much more affordable, especially the high clarity ones like these compared to the cost of natural diamonds with similar ratings. So the sparkle and the quality are unreal, as you can see in the footage. Rainbowy, fiery, they are such a joy to wear. And yeah, the ability to flex from casual to formal, from modern to classic, depending on how they are worn. It just really thrills me to see beautiful things made so well. And I'm deeply appreciative to Idyl, as always, for working with me on this video. Okay, tip number 2, plan your outfits in advance. I know I'm kind of a broken record about this lately, but I can't overstate this. I feel like I can't say it enough. How can you be expected to make great game time decisions when your self-image is involved? You're trying to break old habits and make space for yourself, and you have to get out the door and be somewhere. You just can't. You will make poor game time decisions, or you won't really feel your oats. You know what I mean? You won't have the breadth and depth of yourself available to make those decisions. Try your outfits on at a time when you aren't about to leave the house. I implore you, just try it tonight with one outfit. If you haven't done it yet, if you've never done this, or if you've heard me talking about it but you haven't tried it yet, please just try it this evening before bed. Put onto your body your entire outfit for tomorrow and then tinker with it. Maybe make some changes, give yourself a little time, and then tomorrow, when you get up and get dressed, see how that has changed things for you. And then come back and tell me that I was wrong or that I was right. Third tip, consider changing the way that you store your clothes. Like, consider changing up the way that you store your clothes. Just shake it up. And this could mean different things. This will mean different things to different people. You might have to come up with your own way of shaking it up. But for example, this is my current situation, and I'm actually bizarrely passionate about this. I used to hang in my closet where my clothes hang on hangers. I used to hang all of my pants together, all of my tops together, all of my skirts together, all of my dresses together, etc. And then I switched it up, and here's what it's like now. Half of the closet is for like casual day clothes. So everything that I am likely to want to wear on just a normal work day is all together on one half of the closet. About a quarter of the closet is polished day clothes. So also kind of for a regular day, but just a bit more formal. Really putting myself together. And then the last quarter of it is tango clothes and like quite fancy clothes. Within each section, everything is mixed together. So within the casual daytime clothes, which is the half of the closet that I go to the most often, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just like shirt, pants, skirt, dress, pants, 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 which you might think would be confusing or difficult to navigate. But on the contrary, because every single thing in that section is something that I will wear on the type of day when I'm going to that section, it's like a capsule wardrobe that is perfect for the moment. And even the mix, I kind of like it because it's not that chaotic. You know, there are categories, but within each category, there's this mild looseness, you know? It tickles my brain. It gives me a sense of abundance, and it makes me feel less overwhelmed. I can go straight to the section that is definitely going to have only the kinds of clothes I would need for that day, instead of literally looking at every single pair of pants I own every time I need pants. That actually sounds exhausting, and I can't believe I did that for so many years. This has changed the way I dress. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This small act of reorganization has changed the way I dress, and it could do the same for you, or something like this, your version of this could do the same for you. Maybe it's just color coding. What if you just color code your closet? Or if it has been color coded for years, separate it out into formality levels. Just try rearranging and pushing some new buttons for yourself. Fourth, kind of adjacent tip, but this is its whole own thing. Step outside of your formality levels comfort zone. So this is a reference to one of my past videos, how to make your wardrobe match your lifestyle, in which I introduced this concept of formality levels in a given person's wardrobe. So of course I will link that video in case you haven't seen it. And if you have seen it, or once you have seen it and grasped the concept of formality levels and sort of figured out what are your usual formality levels, many of us only occupy like one or two of them, maybe three. Find out which one you tend to gravitate to, and then consider pushing yourself by testing the boundaries of the formality level that you tend to stay in. So this could mean wearing something slightly more polished on a day that doesn't require it. Or it could mean wearing something less effortful, like a tight t-shirt underneath your work blazer when you usually wear a button down, just to see how it feels. Loosen up a bit or dress up a bit. For most people in most people's lives, within reason, doing this will have no impact on anyone except you. Like, it will really not cause a problem, and most people won't even notice, except there will be a little freshness about you. So it's low stakes, it's low risk, and it can really help you to break those invisible shackles of what you think you should wear or what you think you can't wear. And tip number 5, break the invisible shackles of what you think you should or can't wear. No, just kidding. That's easier said than done. I mean, I think all of these things will hopefully help you do that a little bit, but fully breaking the invisible shackles of what you think you should or can't wear, easier said than done, and also maybe deserves its own video. Tip number 5 is actually image sourcing, which is another thing that I've talked about a lot, but it really has changed the way that I dress permanently. I couldn't make this list without including it. And it's more profound than it seems. Hear me out, okay? Take time, save images, create a folder. Take the time to create a folder on your computer or on your phone. Save images that inspire you and really think about what you like and which of the things you like would make sense for your life. The concrete reality of a group of saved images is so much more clarifying than just theories in your head about what looks good on you. If you are just running on theories in your head about what looks good on you, you are floating in space, my friend. Style is a project, you know, it's an art form. And it's okay to actively spend some time on that, to treat it like an actual project, brainstorm, get ideas, let those ideas evolve, to really work on it instead of just thinking of it as something that is going on in the background and will resolve itself eventually on its own. It doesn't really work like that. That will cause it to kind of plateau. And to really energize your style, get it to crystallize, shake off some of the habits you might have, carried over, dragged along with you from your youth, you have to work on it. And image sourcing is such a good way to do that. It's easy entry. It's kind of stress-free because gathering and saving images, you're not dealing with the clothes that you have. You're not dealing with clothes on your body. You're just brainstorming, trying to figure out what you like, trying to get your subconscious and your conscious mind to talk to each other. That's one of the most glorious aspects of art making. And even if you're not an artist in other ways, you can be the artist of your own personal style just by starting to save images of outfits and pieces that you like. And then revisit them once in a while. Revisit your saved images, kind of step back and look at them and start asking yourself questions about all of what you have saved, how the images speak to each other, what they have in common, etc. So those are my 5 tips. Think about the background and the foreground of what you're wearing. Plan your outfits in advance. Consider changing the way you store your clothes. Step outside of your formality levels comfort zone and do some image sourcing. Actually do it. Don't just think about it. Doing these 5 things has really changed the way that I dress and helped me become more satisfied with the clothes that I own and the way that I wear them, and to understand my personal style better and what I want for myself better. And I hope that they will also help you. Thank you so much for being here and spending this time with me. And I really hope that you are taking extra good care of yourself right now so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.